I'm on the shores of Loch Earn, Scotland, because there's an amazing sculpture that's recently been installed here by an artist named Rob Mulholland. It's called Still, but the locals call it Mirror Man. As you can see, it's composed of many different pieces of polished metal. When the sun comes out, it looks a certain way and has certain colors and impressions, and then when the clouds roll by, as they do very fast and frequently here, everything changes. But there's another really interesting thing about this figure, and that is, as you get closer to it, you begin to not see the figure so much. You begin to become aware of yourself. And as you draw in very close, you begin to see your own colors and wonder, is there even a figure there, or am I only seeing myself? Mirror Man is exactly what we confront when we look at all of the myriads of interpretations there are of Jesus. Christians, for example, have been offering interpretations through the centuries, given by different authors and leaders. They're all developed around a common core of the New Testament writings. But as you move closer to those interpretations, the same question appears. Am I actually seeing a historical figure named Jesus, or am I actually just looking at the interpretations and the colors and the viewpoint of that author? Anthropologists would say yes to the latter. They would say, yes, you're gaining all kinds of historical information about that author and their viewpoint. We can't say if you're learning anything about Jesus. Religious believers would have a different reaction and say, no, there is that common core of truth, that transcendent truth that's behind all of these interpretations. Well, Christians aren't the only ones who've been looking at Jesus and offering interpretations. Leaders and authors and thinkers from the world's religions have offered their viewpoints as well. I don't think it's a helpful thing to think of these viewpoints from the world's religions on Jesus as part of a benign, friendly dialogue. It really comes out of a set of confrontations between missionaries who are trying to convert different cultures, between the colonizing enterprise which left people oppressed and dispossessed. And like Mirror Man, as you get closer to those interpretations, you see less and less of this figure of Jesus and more of the context and concerns and viewpoints of those authors. Indeed, anthropologists would come along and say, if you want to learn about other religions, you learn quite a bit by looking at how they look at Jesus. But those who have been on a spiritual quest would say they've been challenged to change or alter their viewpoint on Jesus from some of these interpretations that come from outside of Christianity, that have no commitment to Christianity's central doctrines. Some people have said they've been moved deeply by these confrontational viewpoints.
My father's book, Verdict on Jesus, comes with a fascinating history. It offers a new approach to the life of Jesus, based not simply on what he said and did during his own lifetime, but on the impact his life and teaching have had on all subsequent generations.